there, YouTubers and internet users. Today I'm going to be making a video on how I tape my hockey stick. It's going to be an interesting video today. It's a one-take wonder because my editing software is down, so we're just doing this straight to camera, straight to YouTube, so it should be fun. I've got the awesome Regini doing some videoing for us, and yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be fun. So I got a new hockey stick about a week ago. It's a Bauer X700 limited edition stick. It's a great stick. I love it. It's my first composite stick, so it's pretty cool. It's left-handed because I'm left-handed, and I have been using it without tape, but it's just not as good without. The puck just bounces off it, and you've not really got that much control. So I figured I should stop being so lazy and tape it. So I'm going to start with the blade. The way I tape the blade is by no means the right way or anything like that, but it works for me, so we'll roll with it. I tape from toe to heel because it means that like the overlap of the tape runs this way, so when the puck hits the blade, or when you're like shooting, passing, etc., the puck is moving with the way the tape is moving, so it's less likely to peel the tape off the stick, which means you don't need to tape it quite so often. So that's my reasoning. I tend to start like about 2 inches in from the toe of the blade. So I start about here. Again, it's what works for you. For me, this works. So I tape my sticks like this. So you gotta remember to keep it real tight when you're taping your stick, because otherwise you end up with lots of bumps and creases, which is not ideal. I tend to overlap about half the width of the tape each time I go around. So just like this. And I keep on going with this until I get to pretty much where the stick bends into the shaft. It would appear that my tape does not want to play ball.
I'll play hockey in this case.
Yeah, play puck in this case, definitely. There we go.
You've got a bit of a bump on that one.
There we go, got it.
Okay.
If you do end up with a couple bumps, ridges, etc., don't worry. I'm going to show you how to smooth that out, because I can feel there's definitely some on the back of this already. And with the nature of a hockey stick and the blade of a hockey stick being slightly curved,
It's inevitable.
End up with a couple of ridges here and there. So we're almost at the heel now, which is where I will stop taping. I tend to stop about halfway down the back of the blade with the tape, because I find that this is like the best place to not interfere with playing. I have strings from tape everywhere. This is wonderful. Yeah. And then to sort of like get rid of any creases or anything like that you have, or any ridges, take a roll of tape and just smooth down like this, all the way down, right the way down the blade. Do it on both sides, many times as you need until you get a nice flat finish. And there you have it, that's one taped blade. So that should keep control of the puck a lot easier. I'm going to next tape the shaft. So there's like two elements that I use for taping the shaft. There's the grip and then there's the knob. So I start off by just taking my tape and wrapping it just around here, like right at the top, just like once or twice, full bit of tape. And then I take my tape, take about a foot of tape, maybe not even that, like 9 inches of tape, and then spin it. Which obviously usually is not what you want to do to your tape, but in this situation, it is, and I will show you why. So basically you want to take your spun bit of tape, and you want to wrap it around the handle, like this, around your shaft. Which when you then tape over it, it creates like, almost like hand, like finger grooves on your stick. So make sure like the ridges are not too far apart, like I just did then. But also you don't want them like too close together either. It's a case of whatever works for you really. I tend to roll with about an inch between each one. And then once you get the end of your like spun bit, you want to take your tape and start wrapping it around. Make sure obviously it's a sticky end of your tape that you've got. Which if you're using a tape unlike mine which does not have a pattern on it, can be an easy mistake to make. And then just wrap it around very much like you did with the blade. So overlap by about half the width each time. Make sure you get it nice and tight, because that'll give you like the best groove that you can get. Well, the best grooves. And then once you get to the top, just wrap it around once at the top. And then at this point, you want to end the tape. So like tear it off the end like this. And then you want to do the second part. So you've got your grip here on the shaft. Now you want to make your knob at the top. So the way I do this is I split the tape in half. Or you try anyway. There we go. And you take your tape, stick it right at the top. Like this. Stick down the half you're not using, and then you tear as you go. And this creates about a 1/2 inch thick knob, because if you use the full length, the full width, of the tape, it just tends to be a little bit too big. Whereas if you use just half the width, I find it's the absolute perfect size. And you just keep going with that until you've got like a fairly good size knob, but not too big, because remember you're going to use the other half of your tape so you don't waste it on top of this. So obviously don't create one that's too big yet, because you're then going to have an absolutely huge knob. So I'd say that's pretty much enough. Just tear it off. And then you find the end of the other side, there we go. And you create the second half. Just keep on winding it round until you get to the point that the tape becomes its full width again. If you get to that point and you find that the knob you've created is not big enough for you, then obviously just repeat, do the same thing again. But looks like mine is going to be just right. There we go. And then before you end the tape, before you turn it off, you want to go round one more time with the full width to seal it down, so to speak. Could even go twice round just to make it a little bit more secure. And then tear it off. And that is how I create the grip on the shaft and the knob for my hockey stick. That should do me quite nicely. Some people like to tape a little bit down here as well and get a grip for their hand, the lower hand, but I find, to be honest, I'm happy with just having my grip up here. That does me quite nicely. So that is how I tape my hockey stick. I'm going to go try it out at the rink tonight. When it comes to color of tape, some people prefer black, white, some people have colors. I have crazy patterns. I have my good old Canadian flag, and then my skull and crossed hockey sticks. These ones were both on Amazon.com. Cost me I think it was $2.99 and free shipping, so that was pretty good. You can get lots of hockey tape out there. Down at your local skate shop, you can get just plain black, white hockey tape. Some places have lots of colors. But it's all up to personal preference. Some people say that the goalie can see this puck better if you've got white, on your stick. Some people say it really doesn't matter. I say the rink's white, so to be honest, if the goalie's going to see it against a white stick blade, he's going to see it against the ice. So, I'm just not really fussy, so I just like my sticks to look super cool. So that's what I do. But that's how I tape my stick. See what you guys think. Hopefully it was useful to you. And that's my video on taping sticks and my one-shot wonder video. See you guys later.